Hi! Today we'll be reviewing Lockhart's book, We Were Liars, and it's not a long book, it's actually pretty short, but it took me quite some time to read because the first 3/4 of the book were so confusing that my face was like this the whole time. Glad I pulled through. So I was confused at the beginning of the book already because the author just gave us a family tree and expected us to be familiar with the characters already. And I was bombarded with a lot of unfamiliar names at the beginning of the book, so at the first few pages of the book. And it was mildly infuriating for me to read it because I had to flip back to the family tree to know what is going on with this character and what is her relation with their family. And I can't enjoy what's going on in the book, and that was mildly infuriating for me. The book talks about an unstable girl, and I kind of feel like the author is trying to normalize her actions, but she was scary. Like, she imagines these bloody scenarios and she doesn't tell us that it's an imagination from her until the end of the incident. So it got me really confused again at whether the incident happening, like the bloody scenarios happening, are they real or not. So confusion again. So the plot is fairly simple for this book, I think, but the huge twist in the end actually got me. So that's why I was confused at the first 3/4, and the last quarter of the book actually saved this book for me. So it talks about a family, the Sinclair family, and they go on vacation in this beach house every year. And then the daughters of the granddad, like, okay, then the mothers of the grandchildren, they always ask their father, they want that house, and they always argue among each other who should get that property, who should get like the inheritance with the best values. And all the grandkids were really annoyed by all these arguments and stuff like that. And so the grandkids names are Cadence, which is the main character in this book, and there's Marion, Johnny, and Gat. So they got really annoyed by all the arguments going on, and Cadence suggests that they should just burn the thing down, like the house down, once and for all, so there will be no more arguments. And then she suffered memory loss. And while she was in this process of getting back all her memories, the family acted like normally and still went on vacation once a year during summer in the beach house. And Cadence continued hanging out with Marion, Johnny, and Gat. And then it suddenly occurs to her, not suddenly, like it was building towards it, but there were some weird actions going on, that the other 3 kids were dead because of her, because she accidentally killed them when they were actually burning down the house. And then she remembers everything and she mourns, and she realizes that all the grandkids that she was spending time with in like this 2 years during the summer vacation were actually their ghosts. To me, it's a relatively simple plot with a twist at the ending. So the first 3/4 of the book were confusing for me because Cadence would see her family do all these random actions and also weird actions like cry out of the blue. And it was pretty weird for me and confusing for Cadence as well. But towards the end of the book, all these actions got explained, and they were crying because they were mourning their child, because like the other grandkids were killed and they died. So I wanted to dive deeper into the book to unravel any metaphors or implications that the author wants to bring out, but all I got from the book was problems tend to arise when family members start fighting over inheritance. You know, like I've seen this a lot in TV shows or movies, and the main thing I got is that steer clear of materialistic stuff and love your family members, or love everyone. So I was about to give this book a 2 stars like when I was reading through the first 3/4 because it was so confusing, and it was like a little bit dragging out, and I kind of wanted to stop, but I'm glad I pulled through because the plot twist at the end explained everything, and everything started to make sense. And I appreciate that plot twist. It was pretty cool. Just that first 3/4 were a little bit suffering for me. So because of the plot twist, I gave it 4 stars in total. And is it a good read? Yes. But is it overrated on TikTok? Yes, because it's still, it can't be compared to the Song of Achilles, which is also a very popular book on TikTok. So because this book is fairly simple, so this book review will also be fairly simple and short. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time with more book content. Bye!